one then, and number one now.
You're listening to Heffron and Reep. Heffron and Reep. Rated #1 podcast by the World Podcasting Federation and the Podcast Ranking Association. No, for real. It says it right here.
Lock it in and rip the knob
Yeah.
You're tuned in to the number one show on the planet.
On the planet. Hey, everybody. It's Jon Heffron. This is the Heffron part of Heffron and Reep. Listen to this, though, real quick. So I'm huge on buying toys on eBay. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just me trying to regain childhood. I don't know. But I bought this. You know what? I'm going to wait for John. So real quick, before we get John on, Jon Reep, who's 50, by the way. So we're still looking for that Jitterbug phone Skechers sponsorship. Both of me and John are technically seniors. So if you got a product that maybe seniors would like, Heffron and Reep is the people for you. Me and John performing everywhere every weekend. You can always get those, our new dates, at heffronandreep.com. John's dates are up there. My dates are up there. And I'll just take a moment. In 2 weeks, I'll be in Columbus at the Funny Bone. Haven't been there in a minute. I'm sure their manager has changed. I'll be there. And then after that, I'm in Phoenix. And then a bunch of Grand Rapids, Ann Arbor, and Traverse City. A lot of those shows are my In Bed by 10 show, where the show starts Saturday at 5:30. But all that you can get on Heffron and Reep. Enough about me. Let's bring up a super good friend. He does clubs and colleges everywhere. Please, everybody, put your hands together for Mr. Jon Reep.
Hey, what are you doing?
I don't even have an intro. Do you have an intro when you're at a club? Okay, let me ask you this. When you show up at a club for a weekend, right? You're in the green room, and maybe the MC is in the green room before you are, and you walk in. How fast do you get the MC asking you, "Can I get an intro?" And do you get mad if they ask you the second you walk into the green room? Like you need like a moment. Like I just punched in. Can we not just? Or are you like, okay? I tell people, you know what? I'll give it to you in a little thing. I need to. Yeah. We don't need to.
I don't like it when they go right out the gate with it. I also don't like it when they wait last minute because it makes me nervous. Like, this guy, what's he going to say about me? But what I do, if I'm bringing my buddy Brent Blakeney with me,
so funny. What
I'll do is I'll say, we'll get Brent's info first, and then when he's on stage, we got 20 minutes to figure mine out. So don't worry about me right now.
Yeah.
I put it on Brent.
Because then usually almost 2 minutes later, the sound guy shows up. Is like, do you have any walkout music? So you're already stressed. Yeah. Like you've been there for a minute and a half, and people are already asking you questions that you're not prepared for.
I kind of don't get too angry when I feel like people are coming at me with things they can do for me. But I know what you're saying. If it's too much at once, waitress, can I get you anything to eat or drink? What's your sound cues? What's your intro? Like, hold on a minute. You got any merchandise?
How much time you doing tonight?
How much time? Hang on. I just walked in the door.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying. No, you did a great. Your intro was great for me. Clubs and colleges all over the country. Has opened for Jon Heffron.
Here's a move. Wherever you're at this weekend, and it's scary, but when they ask you what your intro is, just say, "Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome." I don't know if you can politically even say "ladies and gentlemen" anymore. I don't know if we're allowed to use those pronouns. So, humans. Mm-hmm. If you identify as a human, I don't know. There's people might go, "I'm not." What are those of us who don't identify as human? Anyway, Mr. Jon Reep, and just go up.
Yeah.
With just your name.
Dude, I screwed up Rodney Carrington's one time.
Yeah.
He's like, it was like a big venue. It was like an amphitheater type deal. And he's like, I said, what do you want me to say, man? I mean, I could make up something. He goes, just say, ladies and gentlemen, the next president of the United States. And so I did that. but I never said Rodney Carrington because he didn't say Rodney Carrington. You know what I mean? Like he didn't say this.
Yes.
The next president of the United States, Rodney Carrington. He told me to say next president of the United States. And then I stopped talking. And then he was like, he just walked out there because I was done. So I felt like an idiot. But
did you ever forget when you were hosting back in your hosting days? Did you ever forget who you were about to introduce?
Oh, yeah.
What'd you do?
I just said,
I still remember a couple.
Coming to the stage.
Yeah.
He's right there. And he saw what was happening and he yelled his name out.
I would do if I introduce you, and I still have a weird, I don't know if it's it doesn't make any sense, but I've forgotten people who I know super well, even to this day. I have I have to announce somebody, what's their name. Even if I know the name coming up, I will still have a weird moment, right? So if it's you, or if, Steve Byrne or Greg Warren or Tammy Pescatelli, like I obviously know all of them. But if I'm introducing Tammy, I'd be like, please welcome Tam. And I have this crazy panic attack where I can't remember her name. So my move is always, I would go like, let's hear it for Tammy Pescatelli. And I just walk away from the mic as I'm saying their name.
Why do you have this panic attack? Is it because something happened to you in the past with this situation?
It makes no sense. It literally, at the Comedy Magic Club in Hermosa Beach, that you tag team it. So there'll be 10 comics on stage. And when you get on stage, you do your set and then you bring up whoever the next person is. And it ruins it. Like every set, all I'm doing the whole time is just going, just remember Jeff died.
Right.
Remember,
Right.
Remember. And then I get done with myself. I'm like, Jeff, who am I? Like, you don't want to be that guy. True. We go, he's a really good, like, it'd be like if I was bringing you up, I'd be like, I do a podcast with him, he's from, let's keep it going for, and then I look, Jon Reep, everybody. And and you look and like, you couldn't memorize, like, comedy club should have a big ass name. Like, you should have a monitor on the stage that just has who you're bringing up or an announcement or, anyway.
Well, sometimes at the Comedy Store, I've seen people go, oh, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We see your comments. We're going to get to them here in a minute. We have a guest coming on, Christopher Titus.
Yes.
This guy's had his own sitcom. He's done many specials. He's going to come on the show here about 8:00, which is like 20 minutes. And then we'll go. Go ahead, John.
Also, no, speaking of time, I realized there's a big basketball game tonight.
Correct. That was going to be my next thing.
I got a lot of info going into the show because I know Jon Reep is no Eric Church.
Thank you. Continue.
Jon Reep will not cancel a podcast just because of a basketball game. And I even texted him, and there's proof, or I think I left you a real voice message. I was going to hang up, and I'm like, I'm going to leave a message. I go, hey, I know there's a big game tonight. Are we doing the podcast? And you're like, 100%. We'll be done. And then, got to be done. And then Alan said, we got to be done by 8:30. It's a hard out. Have your podcast, talk about whatever gibberish you want to do. Show's over at 8:30. That way everyone's got time to pee, get wings, get Doritos, get some booze, and watch the game. So
thank you for that. Real quick, D. Alan Jackson, I want him to pop in here for 2 seconds. And so, Alan, I want you to keep our feet to the fire on this at 8:30, because I know this is your school.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So, John 8:30. D. Alan Jackson graduated from the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Tar Heels.
Did not miss a basketball game the entire time I was on campus. So,
all right. So, Alan,
I will be shutting this podcast off at 8:30.
So just know that John Heffron or Christopher Titus, if you're in the middle of a sentence, and it's 8:30.
I don't care. 8:30, we're shutting it off.
Going off. Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Alan. So, John, right before I started the show, I was talking about eBay purchases, which I've made a few. I bought this recently. Did you ever have this as a kid?
Not Casio. It's a little keyboard, right?
Yeah. So, okay, listen to the song. So you didn't have this though? You even know what this is?
I did not have that.
So wait, listen. So I bought this, and in my car, I turned it on and I played the song, that teaches you how to play a song, and it brought back so many memories. Want to hear it? Yes, please. Okay. 100%. I want to hear it. Let me turn this on. Oh, of course. Oh,
it's
okay. Here we go.
Casio.
Dun 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 dun. No. Dun dun dun. Banana. Bum 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 bum. It's Jon Reep performing wherever he is next week. You can find those dates at heffronandreep.com. Heffron and Reep. Okay. Heffron and Reep. Is that from something? Is that an original tune that's made up for Casio? Did you make that tune up? This is a calculator, and then you would make music. And then so I use this as a calculator in school when they told us we had to have a calc. And then I started playing music, and then this got taken away from me. Yeah. For the rest of the year. And then I found it on eBay and I rebought it. Big looking calculator. What did you ever have the piano tie that could actually play notes on the tie? No. Yeah, that was a thing. They had like a little flat, real thin flat keyboard that you could. Where's the tie? I didn't have the Casio. I've had other things similar, but I didn't have that one. Is that the first one? That thing looks old as hell. It's maybe from the 70s. Are you going to try and sell it? Or did you just buy it for fun? I know, but are you going to try and resell it and make some cash? Flip it around. Listen, maybe you put it in a cutting board, is what I'm saying. But yeah, that's how I make the cash. I thought about that with the little cutting board business. I was telling a friend of mine, by the way, everybody, if you don't know, I'm selling cutting boards just because. Why would I not? By the way, hot ticket item. You're selling a lot of them. You can get those and check out this website I bought for it to link it. Thebestcuttingboards.com. I'm not getting more creative. Wait, is that true? I just bought it and then linked it. So that way, when I say it, people don't have to think. Alan, if you could throw that up, thebestcuttingboards.com. Oh, I don't know if. Okay, good. So anyway, it is. So I was telling. So I'm doing these cutting boards all like weekend. Where would I get the best cutting board? Right there. The best. Oh, it says it. It says it right there. It says the best cutting board. That's where you get them. So I've been making these with my buddy Andy, and we're selling. We're selling a lot, right? Not being braggadocious, but things escalated quickly. Yeah. But here's what I decided. I want to even ask Titus about this. Why it makes. I had one other comic friend of ours make fun of me for selling these. Well, right? They're like, oh, so comedy's doing so well, you're selling cutting boards. And that, I was like, and then I hung up the phone. I was mother effing him, right? Because I'm like, wait a minute. The Rock could be The Rock and sell tequila and have a power drink and da-da-da. Tom Papa makes bread. Nobody gives that guy shit, probably, right? So why? I don't know why it bugged me. But here's what I like about doing this. I make videos. I can write ad copy because know what it is, John? It's me just selling a piece of fucking wood. It's the most basic. It's not. I never get to hear you cuss. That was so much fun. It's just the most basic, right? You're not trying to sell your personality and this thing and hope you like this, Joe. I hope I didn't offend you. It's you. Do you have $50 in your pocket? I'll give you this piece of wood for that $50. Yeah. It's the most basic. It's literally the most basic of anything. And I couldn't enjoy. I think I sent, I don't know if you saw it, Alan, a video of us just in the shop. Go, John. All right. Tables get all messed up. Like shit. There you go. Anyway, it's just some people coming up with some good slogans. Heffron's got wood. Like it's John Heffron's got wood. And the dumb thing is every one of our boards right now, this is the Van Halen. We can't use the word, but this is the Van Halen edition. Every board has been made with Van Halen blaring in the back. So
Right.
So it's going to be, and I'm definitely sending you one as soon as we get caught up.
Wait a minute. I love this idea. Hang on, John.
Okay.
So how about this? I want you to pitch this to possibly Jack Daniels or Jim Beam or whoever's doing that with Metallica, where they play music in the barrels. How about you make the barrels from the wood that you have pre-loaded with music? You know what I mean? Like you've already blasted the wood with Metallica. Then they get it double blasted.
Right.
I don't know.
I met there's a booze company called I'm probably gonna be wrong. And by the way, if you want to check out the boards, go to thebestcuttingboards.com. I met a guy who created I think it's called 3-chord whiskey. And it's Pat Benatar, Neil Gerardles is his name. Husband created it, and the same thing is they play music to the whiskey. Like so he was telling me they play music to it. And I'm sitting at a bar and he's right next to me. And he's kind of pitching his bar to people who are at the bar. So I drink it. I'm like, I don't know. I go, I feel it. Love is a battlefield. And he didn't get it. And then I drink it. And then I go, hey, I am going to run with the shadows of the night. I just did not appreciate it. He maybe heard it like a million times.
Maybe he heard it and was hoping that you wouldn't do it again. It's like, I'm going to ignore that. And then you went back.
I just kept the whole time. I just kept going. It's fire and ice. It's weird. It's fire and ice.
Yeah. What was that? Didn't she do a song with that that movie with the girl with the short Billy Joe? What was that movie with the girl was? Oh shit, Billy Joe. I don't know. Remember the girl?
She's a factory worker.
She cut her hair, and then she was rebelling. It was an '80s movie, teenage '80s movie. The girl was kind of hot. She went on to play Supergirl,
not Billy
or Superwoman. All right, look, I see your comments, Jason, Bob.
We got to go to the comments for that, right?
Rick, Scott Reese, Jeffrey Cooker. What is the movie I'm thinking of? 80s movie with a girl cut her hair. Hell is for Children. That's a good one, Elliot. But that's not the movie I'm thinking of. The girl cut her hair, and the girl that does Bart Simpson's voice was also in this movie. Not Tank Girl. No, but that's a good guess. It is not Tank. Damn it. I want to say Pat Benatar's song is in it. It's not Domino. Shit. Come on, Michael. The Legend of Billie Jean? That's it. I think that's it. The Legend of Billie Jean?
Thank you, Rick.
Hang on. I'm going to Google that. Legend.
Comments. Can I go? Can I do a Pescatelli right here?
What do you want to do?
Huh?
Well, yeah. Oh, that's it. The Legend of Billie Jean. That's the movie. Yes. I'm sorry. What do you want to do? What's your Pescatelli move?
Jeffrey Cocker, you can leave at any point. No one's keeping you here. The internet is a fast-moving place.
Wait a minute. I didn't see. Oh, hello. He just says hello from Georgia. Bro, I used to get called red on the head like the dick on a dog, too. That's me. I got called that. He's referring to one of my bits. It's cool. I had no problem with that. You know what looked good on that cutting board? Jon Reep's hickory hot sauce.
Yeah, what is that? Focus in on that so I can see that. I can't. Dude, how do I not have that?
So good to make your head shake. Jon Reep's hickory hot sauce. It's almost the same colors as your cutting board, too. I saw some orange in there. It would match just sitting on it. I'm going to send you a bottle. Take a picture of it on there. Boom. Maybe we'll do a package deal. Huh? Uh-huh. Okay, listen. Who are you rooting for in this game? I know you don't care.
I'm going to go with
Kansas or Carolina. You got to pick one.
I'm going to go Carolina just because Alan Jackson.
Because of Alan Jackson, I'm going to say
brother lives there. Everybody lives there. I have no connection to Kansas.
I went to NC State, so I'm not supposed to like Carolina or Duke. But at this point, I like Carolina over Kansas, so I have to root for Carolina. I'll be doing that tonight. I'll be live tweeting. Did you watch the Grammys at all?
I did. I saw pictures of Justin Bieber in his big suit, and then wanted to watch Big afterwards. I watched the second.
I put that comment up too. I was like, I've seen this scene in Big.
I watched like a second of it, but you know how I'm officially at that age where all you do is go, I don't know who this is. I don't know who this is.
Yeah. Who is
and
this?
then I wanted to watch the comedy category. to see if our buddy Nate would win a Grammy because that would be cool. But he didn't.
Did they air it?
But he got nominated. I didn't know. That's why I kind of went on there because I was curious because I was watching on Twitter. People were talking about the comedy category and how Louis C.K. won. So
I recorded it, so I haven't watched all of it, but I don't even know if they aired the actual comedy category.
Why wouldn't they though? Like stand-up comedy is on all streaming platforms is one of the most listened to genres. So I don't get why stand-up like Spotify and all that stuff treats comics so shitty. And I'm still off of Spotify. Like,
comics are not getting love when it comes to
not even on it. They ace me. I don't even have an artist profile anymore.
I gotta look back onto that. I'm not sure if I'm on there either. I haven't messed with it in a minute, but did you see Nate Bargatze? I just saw this online. Put a helmet on.
I thought you were kidding when I saw that. I thought you were just like, hey, Nate, you should.
Let me tell you what I did. Okay. So I'm on my laptop or whatever. I follow like TMZ and Entertainment Tonight because I'm looking for. I want to be in the know, and I guess it's a crazy trend that happens in Hollywood. Anyway, they were live tweeting what was happening at the Grammys, and I'm on the East Coast. This was in Las Vegas, so they're like hours ahead. And I think the whole thing was pre-recorded 2 or 3 hours before it aired.
Okay.
So, but they're there in the moment tweeting, "Oh my gosh, Nate Bargatze just wore a helmet presenting, comedy album of the year." And it hadn't aired yet. So I wrote spoiler alert, because I kind of want to see it when it happens in the moment, but because I'm following them and they're live and the internet's live, that's what happened. So I as a joke wrote prediction, Nate Bargatze will wear a helmet while presenting. So it made it look like I was in the know.
I thought you were. That's how I found out about it. I get most of my news from you.
Yeah. Spoiler alert 2 times.
Where were you this last weekend?
Where'd I go? Oh, I was in Appleton, Wisconsin.
What was that?
I did a show at the Kimberly Clark Theater. It was amazing. Rob Brackenridge opened up for me. I hadn't seen him in a long time. Mm-hmm. Very funny Wisconsin guy. Big theater, packed it up. I was very impressed. It was one of those shows that I have canceled. I haven't canceled. COVID canceled it like 5 times. And we've been trying to rebook it. And finally, we made it happen. It was good. I was up. I was in and out. I went up on flew up there on a Thursday night, came right back first thing Sunday morning. Just didn't do anything, just other than the show and hang out with people at the show. That's it.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Money for nothing.
I didn't sell any merch. I just did nothing. But the theater was nice, dude. Where were you at?
I was here. I start like a little bit of crazy shows for the next thing, but I have a couple weeks off. I'm just, I'm doing cutting boards, dude.
Did you get in touch with that Winnie the Pooh guy?
I'm working on, I'm still obsessed with, Christopher Robin. Honey. I'm getting better. I have puppets. So there's a Winnie the Pooh guy, for those who didn't see the Winnie Pooh things, who does Winnie the Pooh impressions on YouTube. So I found him on Twitter and I kept asking him, would you come on me and Jon Reep's show to teach us how to do Winnie the Pooh? And he kept saying no to us. He kept like, nah. And then I was getting pissed that the Winnie the Pooh guy was saying no to us.
Right.
So
yeah, he big timed you.
Yeah, well, he saw. He responded just right on Twitter. There's nothing I can do. I can't teach Winnie the Pooh.
All
so
right.
I'm like, are you serious? So I reached out to him, and then I paid for a cameo. So I figured I'll buy him onto the show. So I paid for a cameo, and then he did it and did a really good job. So then what I did, and it's maybe the job he did was maybe a minute and a half. So then I put on a puppet show and put his voice underneath the puppets. And then that the video I sent Alan wasn't the finished version. So then I took the graphics of like your iPhone where you see the hang up button and then the call button. And then I put the words Winnie. I put Pooh in the middle. So it looks like you're getting a phone call from Pooh.
Oh, okay.
And it was super long. It's like a minute and a half. And the guy says the granddaughter and grandson's name a lot during it. But I think the video I sent Alan just is like 10 seconds.
Can we see it?
Yeah, I think I sent it.
Oh yeah, the Alan
if you
Jackson.
have it.
Yeah, if we have it, I'm dying to see that. I want to know what he looks like.
That would be so good.
Quite well. I know for me, my day has gone very well indeed. I've played with Christopher Robin, bounced in the 100-acre woods with Tigger, and I'm now about to go get a small smackerel of honey.
Oh wow! So we don't get to see his face.
No, I took his cameo of his face and then just took the audio and then laid it underneath all the puppets.
Do you have? I want to see what he looks like. I want to see what he looks like doing it. Do you have that one?
I have that one.
Did you happen to send that to Alan?
Okay. I will right now, like while we're talking.
Yeah. Well, I'll talk if you want to focus on that.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Heffron and Reep, ranked number 1 on the World Podcast Federation and the Podcast Ranking Association. Number 1 in crazy algorithm. I don't know how they do it, but if you were to go to worldpodcastfederation.com, you'll see it. Yeah, we're number 1. And there it is. Look at that. World Podcasting Federation, Heffron and Reep, number 1. That's an old picture of us. We got to update the picture. Or we'll reach out to those people and see if they will update the picture. Number 2, look at number 2, Country-ish with me. Oh, that's crazy. But yeah, so we're proud of it. That's something we're going to talk about from time to time.
Speaking of old pictures, I think Alan, I sent you last week. Sorry to do this to you. I found, dude, Reep, I find so many pictures of us where I'm like, I didn't know I knew him then, but it's pictures of us as young lads. Alan, did I send you those last week? I have them right here. If I didn't, okay.
Oh my God!
Look at that one, dude.
Where's the? Hang on.
We're just sitting in a big chair.
That's got to be some gig we did together, like the Winner's Circle. But we both have wristbands on. That's a corporate thing. Was that SEMA?
Nope.
No. Do you know what that is?
Yeah. It took me a second.
Is it the Hard Rock?
Nope. Well, we saw a concert. We saw John Waite.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Then what's the other picture? I think.
Dude.
Remember this one?
That's SEMA. That's
Taylor Hicks.
Taylor Hicks. Yeah, Taylor Hicks.
So that picture. So we're at this SEMA, and there is, not exaggerating, 4,000, 5,000 people in the crowd, all sitting at tables, and there are all these other people on the show. Yeah. Taylor Hicks is the last one to perform. So they would go, and I'm going to get this wrong. I don't know if Reep went up before me or whatever. They like, hey guys, we're running late. We need you. And whatever amount of time we were supposed to do, let's say 30 minutes each, they kept changing it. So if Reep was going up, they'd go, hey, we're running late. Can you not do 30? Can you do 25 or 20? Right. And then, because they kept going, Taylor Hicks, who is ending the show, he has a hard out at something because he had to go to a basketball game. I remember this now. He had to get to a game, and he's in the back green room, and he's like, I got a flight that's leaving at whatever the is. Wow. I have to be out of this building by 9:15 to make the flight. So they kept doing this show that just kept going longer and longer. And I think it was the point where I went up after you. I go, well, I'll just do 10 minutes then to catch up. And then the guy who booked us goes, no, you're going to do 20 because we got paid well. They go, you're going to do your 20 and we'll figure it out. So we do it. Remember, we met the guy who created the Batmobile and created the Monsters car. And invited us to his birthday. It was just a fun thing. So then Taylor Hicks goes on stage. Now at the end of the night, he does, and I'm not kidding you, 2 songs at the most, maybe 2.5 songs. And midway through a song, he walks off stage, leaves his band on stage to play, and leaves exactly at 9:15.
I don't remember that. That's funny. I believe it. It's kind of coming back as you're saying it. I remember there being a beef there, or a not like a beef, but like an awkward thing that happened.
So he leaves and then has his audience or has his band members who nobody knows keep playing. And the whole 5,000 people are like, what happened to Taylor Hicks? And he never comes back. The beef was me and Josh Blue performed maybe a year and a half earlier with Taylor Hicks on a ship for a USO thing. And I almost got in a fist fight with his manager or road manager because he was being a dick. And then I didn't know he was at that thing. And when me and you were in the little green room and he walks in, I told you, I go, oh, this might get crappy. I almost got in a huge fight with him do you remember that?
No, I remember this story now that you're saying it. Yeah.
Yeah. So long story short, we're on the ship. I'm in one of the quarters. Taylor Hicks is in the quarters next to us. And I think me and Josh are just sitting in this thing that's almost the size of a closet, right? But it's one of the bigger rooms. Just you're on a battleship.
Yeah.
Right. So then there's a Navy person just sitting outside of our door who's in charge of us, kind of. So she's just standing there, and Taylor Hicks' manager hands her a jacket and says, this needs to be ironed. So I'm sitting with my door open, and I just kind of peek. I'm like, what's he talking about? And she goes, well, what material is it? Or something. She's something like that. But keep in mind, she's a seaman. She's 18 years old, probably. Right. So she goes, what material? She asked not a weird question, but she was like, yeah. And she goes, what material is it? And then the manager says, obviously something expensive.
Oh,
but it started before that. We're walking on the ship. There's security with M16s, and you had to go through a metal detector. They have luggage. They set it there. The manager looked at, I don't know what the right. They're not airmen. They're not the seamen, I guess. Right.
Yeah, sure.
He said, hey, this bag needs to go up there. But the guy was on guard. He was standing by the thing. So the manager looked at him again and said, these need to go up there. So it started where I looked at the manager. I go, he's not a fucking valet. I go, take your bags up there yourself. You lazy fuck. Like I literally out of the gate. And then we're up there. And then I heard that. And then the thing with the jacket, he goes, it's obviously something expensive. And then she goes, well, let me see. I'm not supposed to leave here. And then I forgot what the exact thing was. He said something else. And I lean over. I stick my head out of the cabin thing. I go, hand it to me. I'm going to wipe it with my ass. Now, you know me. I'm not an angry person, but all day today.
Right.
Oh,
my gosh.
So Josh Blue is laugh. Like now I'm kind of doing it more to make him laugh.
Right. Yeah.
So so then we're walking, and I remember Taylor being on the phone, and the girl who's in charge of us kind of walking, and he looked at her and says, can I have some privacy? This is an important phone call. And so she kind of took back. So now I'm like, F these guys. So me and Josh perform, but word on the ship gets around quick about your attitude.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets up. He's like, "What, America, you're a veteran, Navy." And people are like, not having any of this pandering bullshit.
Oh wow!
So I have video of me and Josh Blue dancing to him when the crowd is just mad dogging, staring at him. So then we get done.
Wow.
We go in the where are the airplanes, look how horrible. The jet fighters take off, and we have a autograph table, and I'm signing, and somebody would come up and be like, hey, what's your name? John. My name's John. Okay, and I'd write. Taylor had all his pre-signed, and when you came over, he'd go like this to you. Like you're folding your deck of cards.
Oh, he just slide it to you? Oh, like that?
Like this. Like this, dude.
Oh.
So I was like, I literally said to like, again, I don't want to embellish this story, but the manager, or he was pretty quiet. His manager, road manager, was the asshole. And he said something about my attitude. I'm like, well, I go, whatever. I'll see you guys at the Cleveland performance of Grease in about 6 months, was the last thing I said to him.
What does that mean? What do you mean by that?
That he's going to be the lead singer in some Grease play.
Got it. When you said Grease, I thought the country. I know what you're saying now. Musical Grease. Gotcha. So Grease. Yeah. So I have a picture of this, and I'm not going to look for my phone to find it. So I'm in a city. There's a poster for Grease. And guess who's in it? You predicted it.
And guess who's in it? So then that was all that story. So then when we did that, Sika, whatever it's called, when he shows up that thing, I was like, oh, dude, we're gonna. And then I remember telling you, I'm like, he doesn't even remember me. Like, he doesn't even, I'm so non-threatening. Even when I'm being threatening, it didn't even register.
Memory. Well, it sounds to me that most of this beef was with his road manager. Maybe Taylor Hicks was just so airheaded and out of it, or whatever. He just doesn't remember that. But the beef sounds like mostly the road manager, right?
Oh, I was pissed.
And that guy was there at SEMA that with him, still the same guy, huh?
Not the road manager, but Taylor Hicks. Because remember, I walked in, I was like, dude, this might get crappy. And he was, I remember him being cool to us. Like, there wasn't a lot of conversation.
Right. It's just, we're all like focused on what we got to do.
Oh, we don't care. Yeah.
That's funny, dude. That's funny. I've never done a USO thing. I would, but it's been a minute since anyone ever has even brought that up to me. So, John, I want to show you something real quick.
Yeah.
If Titus is still coming, I'm not sure.
I'm looking right now to see if I sent him a link.
No biggie. It's 8:08. He is 8 minutes late.
At the link, by the way.
He what?
I just looked at the link that I sent him. And it shows he hasn't seen it. So
there's a chance he's not coming on. Maybe didn't you say he was flying today?
He was fine. I saw him. He was in Grand Rapids this weekend. So I wouldn't,
it's weird that he agreed to do it on a travel day. Does he live in Los Angeles?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he's flying from Grand Rapids, Michigan to LA. So that's probably one layover, right?
Yeah. And I wouldn't expect that from you, let alone a guest. You know what I mean? If you were having a travel day on a Monday,
I probably wouldn't have agreed to this.
Right.
You know what I mean? I would have said, no can do. I'm traveling. I'll enjoy my travel days. I try not to have any responsibilities on my travel days.
Yeah. Also, he just posted on Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's on Twitter. He probably forgot. No big deal, dude.
You think he'll remember and pop on?
Maybe, but either way, have a hard out at.
We'll cut him off at 8:30. Don't matter.
20 minutes. So.
Don't tell him either. So anyway, did I bring up my no drinko to Cinco?
No, you did not. I think I saw this online. That's how I follow you.
All right.
And I saw this, and I thought, I should do that with him. And I'm like,
yeah. It's there when you need it. Right now, it's April the 4th. So technically, if we were doing this so it kind of rhymes and it's fives, we'd start April 5th, go to May the 5th, no alcohol, calling it no drinko to Cinco. I started yesterday. Today's day 2 for me, but you can start tomorrow. And I'm just trying to lose a little weight. I felt like crap after my birthday. I just turned 50, March 26th. And I was in Nashville living it up, like I told you. And that next day, when I was actually 50, bad. I hadn't felt that. That was the worst hanger I've had in a long time.
What'd you drink?
Everything. I mean, we did a lot of day drinking, which we love. That's my new favorite thing is the day drinking. But it was sugar-free Red Bull vodka. It was beer, back to vodka. It was somebody handing you a shot. It was everything.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I thought I'll take a month off. What better month than April? Think about it. There's not a lot going on. I did Sober October. I hated it because it was baseball was coming to an end. Football season was just lining up. I mean, football was getting good.
Right.
It's Halloween. It's a great time to drink is October. So I thought I need to do this again. I felt good after doing it for a month. Why not? Why not take hit the brakes once a month every year? I'm going to do it. I chose April because there's nothing going on sports wise that I care about, and it's Easter, so that's a good time to not be drinking. Around Easter. So I thought I'll do April. So this is day 2. No drinko till Cinco de Mayo, and then on that day I will be having some cervezas and some tequilas.
Nice.
But look, have you seen this?
I know, I saw that. So you have that. I think I want to get one just because it would be just fun.
I'm
accepting what you got to lean in to be in your age. Like
that's it.
You can't defend it. Going, I'm not old enough. Yeah, you are. Like
that's right. We've earned it. What's so disrespectful? What's so shameful about making it to 50? You young bucks, you better pray and you better hope that you make it this long, son.
And I got to say, I haven't got you a birthday gift, but I know exactly what I'm going to get you. And it's not thebestcuttingboard.com. It's not that.
Okay.
You posted a picture of you don't understand people who wear Crocs.
Oh, yeah, dude.
And I saw you post that picture of people who don't have Crocs while I was laying in bed with Crocs on.
Did you have them on already?
Had them on. You weren't. I wasn't watching you on YouTube. I did that for more of effect, but I had them on. I have the exact pair. What size shoe are you?
Oh, don't bother getting me Crocs.
No, I got something I'm gonna send you. You don't know what I'm gonna send you. What size are you?
Shoe?
Yeah.
Okay. 9.5, 10, somewhere around there. Either one will work. Depends on this, brand. But
I'm going to change your life.
Okay.
I'm telling you right now.
I'll accept.
I'm going to change. Well, I'm going to send you something if I can find them because they're impossible to find.
Mm-hmm.
And I want you to put them on air if I can find these for you. And it will. People will watch your life change in real time.
All right, I'll do that. You're a friend. I'll check it out for you. But I've had Crocs on before. Here's the thing.
No,
let me just tell you why. They don't look good. That's the only problem for me. They don't look good.
You're talking those Crocs with the holes in them. I have other Crocs.
That's what you have.
Those, but then I found these other Crocs that don't have the holes that are life-changing.
Are they as good as Hey Dudes? This is my favorite shoe.
Better.
And they're not paying me to say this.
I know. Better. My problem with those, I have those same shoes. I blow out an ankle because the bottoms get a little slippery where your foot is, and you can kind of slide within your shoe. I don't want to slide.
I understand that.
So they're slip-ons because now we're at an age where tying shoes is a complete waste of time. It's dumb. Tying shoes for any reason is stupid.
I count that as part of the workout. Tying shoes.
Then you got to sit down. It's a whole thing.
No, to me, it's part of working out. Like, okay, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to do elliptical for 30 minutes, but I'm giving myself an extra minute and a half credit because I did tie my shoes, and that was stressful, and it burned calories doing it.
All right, so
but I know what you're saying.
Okay, hold on.
Heffron and Reep. Subject change.
All right, so I saw we only have 10 minutes left before Alan, a little bit longer before Alan shuts this down. So I'm gonna say this all fast and furious as I can. So, John, I have an idea for our next podcast, and it's going to be huge. And if you're listening, you're probably going to want to get in. I can't find a good music. Anyway, so on my Facebook page, on facebook.com/John Heffron, I asked my fans, what are they promoting? I'm always pushing comedy club dates. I'm always pushing our podcast. I'm pushing thebestcuttingboards.com. I'm always pushing that. It's just me. So then I had a moment where I go, well, I want to see what other people are doing. I want to see what the fan, like I want to create an Etsy page, or I made this cutting board page, but I'm sure other people have pages like that. Yeah. So I asked, and dude, I got, I don't know what the numbers are. I could be up 300 responses.
Oh, wow.
Of people linking stuff they do. Some of it was spammy, like I'm a realtor, which is great. But other people were like, I build this, I do retro toys and melt them and turn them into toilet seats, like weird stuff that it's kind of like their hobby hustle. I don't know, Alan, if we could find that comment on my Facebook page and just a quick scroll, because that helps explain the idea, John. Yeah. I want to find some of them, the people on there. I'm going to reach out to them and see if they want to come on our podcast, because I would like to learn, how did they go from an idea to actually selling one? Yeah. From 0 to 1.
Right.
That's it. And I'm really curious from doing this cutting board thing with just the hobby, and I kind of did it as an exercise of, okay, how do I even do this? And I don't know how to create a website, so I created the website. I know the website's wordy, but so am I. And just from shipping, how do you do all that stuff? I want to either teach people how to do it, so maybe they'll get inspiration to go, you know what? I make whatever. I make Star Wars figures out of chocolate. Whatever the thing is, hopefully we can teach people how to sell or do whatever that is. Plus, I just want to hear the stories. Everybody has a hobby. So, like, what pushes people into going, I finger paint, I make cat homes. Like, what's that story?
Well,
and then we can kind of highlight just them. Like, one of the ones I saw, and I don't have the names in front of me, is a woman who makes handbags out of plastic grocery store bags. I know that sounds horrible, but I showed you a picture of it and they look badass. But I know from her Etsy page, she hasn't sold any yet. I'm curious about that. So like, I would like to talk to her as a great example to go, how'd you make these? Because they're badass, right? Everybody has a moment where you just hold. How many times have you held a plastic grocery bag in your hand and thought, I should turn a handbag into this?
Never.
Zero. Never.
Well,
she did. Yeah. So, and I don't know if she sold any. I didn't get a chance to look, but maybe we could help her. Or if you have, we don't want to hear about your girl selling Girl Scout cookies. I don't want to hear about Bitcoins or NFTs or essential oils. None of that shit. It's not shit. I realize it's not shit. NFTs is a thing. Essential oils help keep away vampires. I get that. So I apologize for saying shit. But I would like to hear that. So I think maybe even the next podcast,
let's make it a segment. Let's make it a segment or something.
Like, but we have to have a way that we would know how many of people, people got into whatever they're doing from us. So we need like a code. They need to create like a code for us.
A promo code.
Yeah.
Maybe the promo code. Okay. I got an idea. So maybe the handbag lady comes on here. Mm-hmm. We talk to the plastic handbag lady. Mm-hmm. We interview her and we say, oh, by the way, use this promo code, Heffron and Reep promo code on her website. She gets more sales because she's on here, and our fans get a discount. We'll be like the promo code bros.
Promo bros.
The promo bros. Promo bros. Yeah, I like it. Promo code bros or just promo bros?
I like promo bros, I think.
Promo bros. Yeah, and then we'll have I'm interested to see these handbags because I got to tell you.
That's just one example of the like million things that I ended up, finding. So
remember the guy who's the sharpened pencils, the artisanal pencil right? We got to reach back there. But no, I like the handbag one, especially because I am obsessed with plastic bags. I cannot throw them away. Jody, my fiance, will tell you she probably thinks I'm weird because of it. Like when I travel, I got a lot of plastic bags. I'll put my shoes in a plastic bag, put them in a suitcase. I'll put toiletry bag in a plastic bag, wrap it, put it in the suitcase. Like I put things individually in the plastic bag because I'm always thinking if I check my luggage, something's going to spill, something's going to break, and it's going to get everywhere. But if I have it wrapped in these plastic bags, it's like an egg. So I have a lot of them because I can't get rid of them because I'm thinking, I'll keep this. I'll use it for this. And now they just add up. I want to contribute to the handbag lady.
Yeah, there's a lot. So handbags. I went through there and I was clicking on everybody's stuff and I found there's some really cool, like random There's some woman who created, those escape games. Well, she created a math escape game online for kids to help them learn math. And she did all the programming, and you just go in these rooms, and I guess you probably have to figure out stuff. But I find it fascinating.
Rick Sanford III says bromo codes.
Promo codes.
That's pretty good. Rick Sanford III, I'm so sorry. We thought that Titus was going to be on. John, I'm wondering if he thought, because I heard you say previously, you said 5 o'clock, which would be 8 o'clock. You know what I mean? Like, that's right. No, you're right. The math checks out. Never mind. I was thinking maybe there was a mix up at the time.
So no, he said so 5.
Which would be 8 here, which is
so we got the
ago. Yeah. Okay.
promo code. Hold on. So what did Rick say? Bromo. How do you spell that?
Bromo. Bromo codes.
Codes or codes?
Code. He just said code. But, the segment could be called Bromo Codes, where we give out the Bromo code to whoever's Etsy idea it is, and we help them, and they help us, and we all help each other. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Bromo codes. I'm looking online. Bromocode.com is taken, but bromocodes.com is open.
Yeah, I get that thing.
Dude, I spend so much money buying websites.
I know, me too, man. we should compare GoDaddy's to see who has
only have
more
6
URLs.
minutes. We only have 6 minutes, or I would read all of the ones I had.
Oh, Michael Enderley said, I made a volcano vape bag from an old fridge savers bag. Oh, yeah, there you go. That's a start, Michael. Maybe this is your new business.
Right.
John Heffron, you were great in Port Charlotte, Florida last week. That's what Patricia Murray wants you to know.
Oh, nice. Port Charlotte was always fun. I asked him, Eric, my buddy who owns it, when the last time he was there, and he says it's been a minute.
It's been a minute, but I'd go back.
And
some of the best food ever. That place in Naples has some really good food. John codes. No, Teresa doesn't roll off the tongue, but I appreciate the effort. I'm going to veto that one. Burr Black, she's like a superhero. I'm reading some of these comments that I haven't. Let's see here. Jason Hart. So diabetes.us. It's not launched yet, but I made 3D print cases to protect. I don't know where you're going off there, Jason. But if you have
John,
diabetes,
you want to hear some of my websites?
Of course.
And then, by the way, if you have something you want to promote, if underneath this video or however you watch this, put links to your stuff, and then we'll go back.
The links in there.
Yeah. So random ones. Okay. I have AmericanaComedy.com. I have $3,000 wedding.com.
Okay.
I have boybandmoves.com.
Oh, real quick. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You didn't watch the Grammys, so you didn't see BTS perform, did you?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I would love to know your thoughts. I need you. Did you record it? Is there a way you can go back and watch it?
Probably, yeah.
Please watch BTS's performance on the Grammys, and then let's talk about it next week.
Okay.
Continue.
I have charcuteriecomedy.com. I have comedybid.com, comedian town swap. Remember that? All that?
Yeah.
I have datenightcertification.com, datenightpassport.com.
Okay.
Those were for, I was going to create passports in cities, like at the restaurants and bars, and then you would get one, and every time you went into a bar, you got a stamp, and you tried to fill out all the passport of all the bars and restaurants in where you go. So it was like a date night thing.
That's pretty fun. We kind of do that in Nashville without the passport, but I like that.
Have a datenight.com, in bed by, because I'm doing my tour. It's junk drawer, scissors.com. I have
scissors.com.
I have
what was your idea?
Metaverse hotspots.com. I have metaverse couples counseling. What the fuck? That doesn't make sense. I think, right? People are probably, once the metaverse happens.
I'm sorry. That just hit me. That's hilarious. Metaverse couples counseling.
Yeah.
You're so far ahead of the curve on this. At some point, that's gonna. Wait, didn't you buy like a non-fungible?
Yeah.
Or some real estate somewhere?
I have. Oh yeah. But I have New Faces NFT. I don't know what that means. Then I have all the parties.in-the-bible.com. Is this boring that I'm just reading these?
Yeah.
Perfectstandup.com.
Wait, okay, let's just stop for a second. Please tell me about scissors.com.
I think that was junk drawer scissors because I used to have
Yeah.
I have, this one is listed if I sell it for a lot, but I just bought the word tacticalfarmhouse.com.
Dude, you got me beat, man. I thought I might have you on this. Oh, the Alan Jackson's here.
Are we done?
Wait a second. We got according to my clock, we got 3 minutes.
All right, I'll give you 2.5.
Okay. All right, everybody. That is the Heffron and Reep show. Make sure you go to heffronandreep.com to see where John's performing, where I'm performing. We're at a bunch of places. A couple weeks I'm in Columbus, then Phoenix, then Grand Rapids, then Ann Arbor and Traverse City. John, name 2 cities real quick.
I will be in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Perrysburg, Ohio.
Remember, for all your cutting board needs, go to thebestcuttingboards.com, heffronandreep.com.
There you go.
We even talk about our store, the Heffron and Reep store. We got.
Oh yeah,
John's got hot sauce. He's got some hemp thing I just saw. We have so much more to talk about, but make sure you leave links for what you're plugging underneath all this stuff.
There's the website, heffronandreep.com. Click on the store. Look what happens. Bam. Look at all this crap that you can get on the Heffron and Reep store. I'm talking, if you scroll, we're talking mugs. We're talking glasses. Bam. T-shirts, tumblers.
Logos. I like it.
Just our logo. There's the one the 5K runs on there, John. Good stuff. I
have another idea for shirts, John. I got 1 minute to dig QR codes. We're going to put QR codes on there. And then when people get shirts, they can use the QR code, and we're going to change up the message that are on the QR codes. So every night we can have a goodbye, good night thing in their sleepy pants.
So it's a T-shirt that always has a different message.
Yes.
Like once a week.
We keep up to date. It's like a mailing list that you wear.
Oh, I love it. I actually love that. That big old QR code hat. I can see that one happening.
Always changes. All right. Good luck to Alan Jackson and the local sports team.
Carolina versus Kansas. I'm rooting for Carolina. That's why I'm wearing the Carolina blue. And I hate that I'm doing it, but I'm also supporting Justin Clyde Williams, great singer-songwriter, local guy. Also, hopefully. Oh, wait, private chat? No way. Titus is in the room. We don't have time, dude. John.
We have a hard out.
We have one. It's 1 minute till we got to. Let's do it next week. Ask him to come back next week. We got to go. It's 8:30. Alan's.
Or he can come. Yeah. He's going to hang up. We've said that from the beginning.
We said from the very beginning we're hard out at 8:30. So
I'm not losing the bet. I'm not paying the extra $10,000 fine. I said the show would be over at 8:30. It has to be.
Christopher Titus, if you can hear us, I love you. Please come back next week. Let's do this again. It's not me. It's the Lord. It's the game. It's Carolina.
All right, Alan, end it. And if we can talk to Christopher before he leaves, but you can end it, Alan, to make you happy in the show.
Oh yeah, just hit the.
We're done. You can just literally.
Since you love the Heffron and Reep show, please go to iTunes and let them know. Rank the show and leave a comment. We don't care what you write, you know. They, Heffron and Reep, have low self-esteem. So please validate them by ranking them and making them seen. So no matter